her personality is just like checking random things and like seeing what Heather has to say about them. Because usually in a Resident Evil game or something, not to bash on Resident Evil, they're amazing games too. Usually in a Resident Evil game, you'll look at these and it says like clothes. It'll be very neutral about what it is, and it'll be very factual and literal. But Heather, being a 17-year-old girl, has very specific like thoughts about things and has a personality about it. So she'll say she'll say things like a real person, which is very very nice and refreshing, especially for the time that this came out, which was 2003, 2 years after Silent Hill 2 came out, which is an impressive feat by itself on how amazing this game is. Nothing on the shop counter particularly catches my eye. Darn. And this fucking body. I can tell from here that it's dead. Should I call the police? Not like they'd believe me if I said someone's been killed by a monster. Yeah. I might be mistaken, but that looks like it could be the bottle for the main guy from Silent Hill 4, but I haven't played Silent Hill 4. Maybe I will on this channel. I don't know. I've never played it. I've heard it's really bad. And here we get our maps. The shopping mall map. So let's go. Ugh. So after all that craziness, we're just gonna try and get out of here with our skin. Right off the bat, here's some terrible fucking shit going on. And then this motherfucker. You always have to make sure they're dead by kicking them. Good. It sounds like from the way the sound died down there, that was the last monster in the area, so we're good. Just gotta check all these doors, and let me see this monstrosity taking a bite out of some jerky. This guy's face split open. It's absolutely horrid. No mercy. You got the detail of blood-stained steps after you kill something. There's lots of stuff, but none of it really looks like it'll be useful. I got beef jerky. Well, that's the map, which I didn't want, but let's take a look at our inventory, which I haven't done yet. Because in Silent Hill games, you usually start with just random things in your inventory, usually. House key. It's my front door house key. Daisy Villa, apartment 102 was carved into the key. And then, pendant. Dad gave me this pendant on my birthday. It's one of my treasured belongings. There's a jewel inside, like a little red tablet. When I asked Dad what it was, he said, just a lucky charm. But then he told me to take good care of it and never take it off. Knife. It's a switchblade for self-defense. Better with than without it against those monsters. I know it's terrible, but I just love walking around with this. Of course, this is the first time I've used it against anything living. Yeah, I can contest to that. Girls fucking love knives for some reason. Handgun. Holds 10 rounds of ammunition. Small and not powerful, but easy to use. Let's reload it, because it is always quicker to reload in the menus. Not that we need to right now. And we got the beef jerky we picked up. Processed, dried meat. Sometimes it's just enough to distract monsters. It's meant for dogs, so I think I'll pass. Yeah, I never really use the beef jerky in this game. It doesn't seem like really a useful thing to use. Yeah, it's just not. I usually either just run past enemies or kill them. I don't really see a need to distract them with beef jerky. Hopefully you could hear that, but that's another great example of Akira Yamaoka, the sound director, directed this game with random fucking like bass drumming in it. Oh, there's something there. Something's fallen between the table and the floor. I think it might be a key. If my arms were a little longer, I might be able to reach it. There's a huge pile of cardboard boxes on the table full of books. It's way too much of a pain to move something that heavy. So, even though Heather can super easily, even if you calculate her fucking like distance of her arms, she could reach that, but we gotta get something for it, so that's fine. I got a health drink and handgun bullets. Alright, so let's take a look at our health drink. It's full of nutrition and should help me recover at least a little of my strength. So basically the whole game you're carrying around insures, keeping yourself healthy. It's like a magic circle I remember reading about in a book on a black magic. Does it seem so familiar because I read about it in that book? No, that's not it. It's not the book. It's from the altar. Altar? What am I thinking? God. Just the design of this, the way that it's like from the inside looking out at Heather staring into the circle is such an amazing piece of art. I love it so much. And if I were to ever get a tattoo, it would probably be that symbol. Even though technically it's for a weird demonic cult. But in real life it's just a symbol from a video game, so it's fine. Back out into the world. Sorry about that. Whoops. Anyway. Hopefully that wasn't going on too long. Lock's broken. Yeah, what's in here? Lock's broken. Great. So our only option is to just go out the no smoking door. And into the mall. Which, for some reason, is making terrible noises. Because that thing's over there. And we're not gonna hang out with that thing. It's bread. But I'm not really hungry, so I guess I don't need to worry about it. There's a flyer. Crispy toasted bread right to your very door. Everything on sale. Helen's Bakery. Nice. It's bread. It's bread. It's bread. It's bread. It's bread. Is this bread? No, she won't even look at it. Oh, hello. I got a pair of tongs. I keep pressing the wrong button for the inventory. Tongs. It's a big pair of tweezer-like tongs for grabbing bread. We don't need to combine it with anything right now, but, you know, it's nice to have. And Jesus, fuck, that guy's coming in quick. So we're just not even gonna bother with those two. And we're just gonna go on right ahead and sing Yankee Doodle and celebrate the 4th of July. Even though it's like the 7th. God, I hate that banging sound so much. And so, since it doesn't automatically use items, we're just gonna have to press the button on it. And watch this little cutscene. She seriously could have gotten that with her own hands, but it's fine. Another thing I really like about Heather is she is never sexualized in this game whatsoever. I mean, she is a 17-year-old girl, but, I mean, the theme with a lot of games, especially back in the early 2000s, was just, like, the culture of, like, gamer girls and sexy girls holding an Xbox controller. Like, before all that, we respected women. And now we still do, kind of. But Heather, yeah, she's really just not, like, sexualized or anything. She's a regular human character. And it's pretty great that that's how she's treated. I'm just gonna try and ignore these guys, because I really don't want to waste my bullets on things I can just run past. Which is most things, but we're not gonna go back to that area anyhow. Or, yeah, as you can tell, combat isn't the best, as it usually is in most Silent Hill games. It's very clunky, very awkward, but it's been said multiple times that that is mostly on purpose. It's not really like trying to be super cool combat oriented, which is part of the problem with the later games. They focused a lot more on combat than the actual horror of it. I used the key taken Toms into the world's bestsellers with Final Fantasy font on it. Excuse me. Now we enter a nice little bookstore. None of the books are very interesting, just the kind that I can buy anywhere. We do get some handgun bullets over here. And what's this? It's locked. Then we get a little keypad thing that we have to figure out. Let's see what this says. And here is a tragedy. Art thou player or audience? Be as it may, the end doth remain. I'll go on only toward death. The first words at thy left hand, false lunacy, madly dancing man. Hearing unhearable words, drawn to a beloved's grave, and there may have true madness at last. As did this one, playing at death, find true death at the last. Killing a nameless lover, she pierced a heart rent by sorrow. Doth lie invite truth? Doth verity but wear the mask of falsehood? Ah, thou pitiful, thou miserable ones! Still amidst lies, though the end cometh not, wherefore yearn for death? Wilt thou attend to thy beloved? Truths and lies, life and death, the game of turning white to black and black to white. Is not a silence brimming with love more precious than flattery, a peaceful slumber preferred to a throne besmirched with blood. One vengeful man spilled blood for two youths shed tears for three witches disappeared thusly, and only the 4 keys remain. Ah, but verily, and here is a tragedy. Art thou player or audience? There is nothing which cannot become a puppet of fate or an onlooker peering into the cage. So that's your hint for the puzzle. Now, again, I never did any of the puzzles on the hardest difficulty, and I've heard about this part so much. But the way that I've usually done the puzzle on like normal and regular difficulty is usually just by you can pretty much line these up easily on here, but that hint is absolutely ridiculous. Alright, Anthology 1, we'll put there. Oh no. Oh no, they don't. Oh, they don't. Oh. Oh, so they don't have the numbers on them. So you have to. Okay. We're gonna be here for a minute. So I haven't read Shakespeare. I read the bit that I needed to in high school, which I'm technically still in, but yeah. Here's a tragedy. Art thou player or audience? All go on only toward death. The first words at thy left hand, a false lunacy, a madly dancing man, hearing unbearable words drawn to a beloved's grave, and there may have true madness at last. As did this one playing at death, find true death at
the last, killing a nameless lover, she pierced a heart rent by sorrow. Doth lie invent truth, and by truth doth verity, but wear the mask of falsehood, ah, thou pitiful, thou miserable ones. Still amidst lies, the end cometh not, wherefore for death. Thou tend, my beloved, truths and lies, life and death, a game of turning white to black and black to white. Is not a silence brimming with love more precious than flattery? A peaceful slumber preferred to a throne besmirched with blood. One vengeful man spilled blood for two. Two youths shed tears for three. Three witches disappeared thusly, and only the four accused remain. So, would it be 1, 2, but then it would just be 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, but barely in this, and here's the tragedy. There's nothing which cannot come up with it. Okay, so basically that's just saying that I can change the order of the books. Okay, let's just... So this is very odd to me, because in the usual puzzle, you just have to line up the books correctly, and then on these parts written in blood will be the password. However, that is not very obvious what I'm supposed to do to get the password. I'll just take a stab in the dark. Okay, hold on. I'm not gonna look up the solution, but I will look up a walkthrough as to what the fuck it wants me to do. So just give me a minute. Alright. The My Bestsellers bookstore, located in the Shakespeare anthology books that fell off a shelf. In order to continue through the game, Heather must find a 4-digit code to input into a keypad on the door behind the counter. There's a memo by the door that will give the player a clue. The above memo, which describes the puzzle, is located by the locked door. Read it carefully, and then examine all the anthology books in the inventory and note their anthology number. All of these Shakespeare books are tragedies, which is the theme of this puzzle. I have only read one Shakespeare tragedy, which was Romeo and Juliet, and there's 4 others that are King Lear, Macbeth, Hamlet, and Othello. I have not read a single one of those, so I think it's pretty fair that I'm looking up a walkthrough for this one. The first and final verses are just an introduction and conclusion to the poem. They don't have any significance, so pretend they don't exist. Imagine the first verse is actually the one that begins with the first words at thy left hand, which implies the books must be arranged from left to right. Fortunately, this puzzle also gives some room for error if the player mixes the last 3 anthologies, as long as the final code is 8352. No matter what, though, Hamlet and Romeo and Juliet must be interpreted as anthology 1 and 2 respectively. Okay. So I have to put the books in the proper order. And that seems like... There's some... One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. The vengeful man is Hamlet, book 4. Spilled blood for 2 means that the book's number has to be multiplied by 2. Okay, so for this first one, since I couldn't have possibly figured this one out by myself because I literally don't know about Shakespeare at all, I'm just going to cheat it, and just put in the answer. So basically what you have to do is you just have to put
the books in the certain order that they want you to put them in. And then, so 41325, and then because of some fucking part of the verse, you have to multiply 4 to get 8, and because of another part of another verse, you have to take away 1, or you have to multiply 1 by 3, and since the 3 witches disappeared thus, okay. One vengeful man spilled blood for 2. The vengeful man is Hamlet, book 4. Spilled blood for 2 means that the book's numbers has to be multiplied by 2. How do you figure that? I don't want to be an angry video game nerd asshole, but how do you figure that one out by yourself? That's so much. Excuse me, God. I'm awful. So that means it's multiplied by 2, so 4 times 2 is 8. So the code is now 81325. 81352. 2 youths shed tears for 3. The 2 youths are Romeo and Juliet, book 1. Shed tears for 3 means that the book's number has to be multiplied by 3, so 1 times 3 is 3, so the code is now 83352. 3 witches disappeared thusly, and only the 4 keys remain. The 3 witches appear in Macbeth, book 3, which is the last 3 in the code, not the one you just multiplied. This means this number needs to be skipped, so the code only has 4 digits. The final answer is 8352. Holy fuck. I am so glad that I didn't put myself through that and put anyone who's watching through that, because that is disgusting how much work I would have had to do. And like, I don't know anything about Shakespeare. I am 17 years old as this game is the youngest age allowed to play, and I couldn't anyway. I'm sure the other puzzles will be easier as we go on.
Hey, wait! What's going on? Where is everybody? Those weird monsters?
They have come to witness the beginning. The rebirth of paradise, despoiled by mankind.
What are you talking about?
Don't you know? Your power is needed.
How should I know?
I am Claudia.
So what?
Remember me, and your true self as well. Also, that which you must become. The one who will lead us to paradise with blood-stained hands.
Claudia, right? Did you do all this?
It was the hand of God.
I don't get it. What does she want me to remember?
So yeah, that was pretty fucking awful. And now we have these nice sounds to think about. And also, I need to change something in the options. Vibration, hard. That's how I like it. And seems like everything was... Yeah. I usually have the noise effect off. Let's see how it looks on. Let's just see how it looks. Let's save that. I see nary a difference. So we're just going to continue with it, I guess. Yeah, these rooms are just awful. Or these sounds are just awful. And yeah, as Claudia said, they've come to witness the beginning. Now, Silent Hill 3 is technically the sequel to Silent Hill 1 because Silent Hill 2 was its own self-made sort of story that had nothing to do with Silent Hill 1. So, this is considered the sequel to Silent Hill 1. And I never played Silent Hill 1, but Silent Hill 3 is still
fucking incredible to me. And, I mean, I already knew the story of Silent Hill 1, so I could pretty well understand what they meant. Also, now the noise effect is on. I can tell from the shadows. Now we get to sit in the elevator. Nothing can get me for me. What's this? A radio. What the hell is this doing falling down from the ceiling? Anyway, I guess that explains the static from just before. But all it's picking up is static. I wonder if it's broken. Yeah, again, another good trope of Silent Hill games is the radio that picks up static whenever monsters are around. And then this nice little elevator.
Is this a dream? It's gotta be. Not even a kid could believe in this. But when am I going to let go?
So yeah, we went down an elevator into this shit. And now we have to go through some... Also, God, that song. Also, sorry to say, but I'm gonna turn the noise effect off because it really gets to me, so... I'm sorry if you thought the game looked better with that, but... sorry. Just play it yourself, I guess. But God, that droning sound is such an incredible piece of sound design. And the really impressive part about it for me is the fact that that's actually just a really distorted, low-tuned electric guitar that has been extremely muffled and distorted. But it sounds like a really far away, like, foghorn or something. And yeah, as you can tell, everything looks disgusting. And it sounds so horrifying. As far as I know, we don't have a flashlight yet, so we're just gonna have to live with the darkness for now. And, oh boy. God, look at that shot, the lighting on that. God, what an awful sounding. Warning, when leaving the room, be sure to turn out the lights. It will be obvious if they are not switched off. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and get our first aid kit and our bullets. And, we're just gonna leave without turning the lights out. Which I've never done, it doesn't really do anything, it seems. But, we do need to turn them off, because it's scary. And then, there she is. Our little flashlight. Oh man. Great. Great, great, great. Good, good, good. Let's go in the women's bathroom this time. And, ugh, a filthy toilet. Just looking at it gives me goosebumps.
think that's the, yeah, since I'm on an emulator, I can't really load the special cutscene on it, but it's a pretty incredible little cutscene. Is someone actually in there? God, I hate that. I actually never did this, so... Oh my god, that's great. It's soaking with blood, but there's no one here. Did someone respond, or is it just me? Oh, that is awful. Anyways, we picked up bleach. I don't know if I said it, but we got bleach now. So that's good. Oh, Jesus. Ow. Ow. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna have to put down old Yeller. Fuck. Okay. Just gonna keep on heading through. Lock's broken. That's not a thing. And then, let's see what's in here. Another little clothes store. With, wire hanger. Oh no. Oh no. Oh god. Knowing this game. Yeah. The wire coat hanger I got at the boutique. Not combining it with anything. That was, yeah. Alright. Bleach. The sort of stuff you'd use to clean a toilet. I think I have the same kind at home. The bottle says, danger, do not mix. Mix with an acidic detergent and it'll produce poisonous chlorine gas. Interesting. It's in my chest pocket. I must have in darkness. But monsters will notice me more easily when it's on. Not that matters. It's a small portable radio. It plays static when monsters get close. It won't play normal stations. Is it broken? Yep. Great. And so... Well, that was a noise that the door made for some reason. Never heard it do that before. Maybe I just never pressed that door. These clothes are awfully dirty. They're stained with blood splatters? They weren't like this before. What could have happened? I haven't even comment on that, I guess. And so... go out. These are somehow doors, which is ridiculous how they textured it like that, but it's fine. So we just go back through all this nonsense. Think we go in here? Yeah. Okay, good. Alright. Ladder's hanging halfway down from the ceiling. Even if I stand on the table and stretch my hands out, I can't reach it. If only I had something long to snag it. Well, honey, I got something to snag it. She messes with literally nothing, but yeah, there we go. Oh, come on. You still can't even reach it like that, dude. There you go. Good job. And so up we go. And now we're up here with this. Why would something like this be here? This isn't a hospital. Lock broken. Shit's broken. Oh, nice. So if you couldn't see that, which would be completely understandable, that was little bits of the girl from Silent Hill 1. This again. Looking at it makes my head hurt, but at the same time it feels like so familiar. I know I've forgotten something really important, but I also have the feeling that I'd be better off not remembering it. Save, and I think that's a good place to end this episode. So yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time when I play more of this fucking amazing horror game that I love to death.